Okay, so if you click on that link for HostGator, it will bring you to this page, and I'm going to explain to you who HostGator will work best for. HostGator will work best for you if, one, you are looking to get the cheapest hosting package you can get that will still have everything you need, and that you don't foresee yourself needing to host multiple domains in the near future. So basically this means you just purchased a domain for your website via Namecheap, or you already have one, and you're just looking to host that single domain and that website here. If you want to host multiple domains, there are packages available, but I would not recommend HostGator. And the reason is because, as you'll see with both the single domain plan and the unlimited domain plan, you get free SSL certificate, but you only get one. And used to, you only needed an SSL certificate if you were taking credit card information or other sensitive information directly on your site. And so you can kind of get around that by redirecting your customers to PayPal or other places to actually physically put in that sensitive information. So it wasn't actually happening on your site. But then browsers have changed the rules a little bit, and now if you do not have an SSL certificate, your website, one, will not play well with Google. Two, it will show up on different browsers in different ways, but it will show up as unsecured and unsafe. It will alert people who are trying to visit it that it's an unsafe website, that you might be trying to steal their information. And while this isn't the case, it is a very obvious reason why you need that SSL certificate. So this is why I recommend that you, if you are looking to just host a single website and single domain, and you're looking for the least amount of expense, that you go with HostGator and you go with the hatchling plan. If you are looking to host the unlimited domains or have multiple domains, the problem with this is that it does come with a free SSL certificate, but it only comes with one. And so you'll end up paying, I believe it's $30 a year for each additional one that you need. And while that may not seem like a whole lot of money, it does add up. So there are other options to help you make better choices if you're going to be hosting multiple domains, and we'll get to those next. So HostGator's for you, cheapest, still will give you everything you need, but you're only planning to host a single domain for your website. So now we're going to go to Buy Now. We're going to go to the hatchling plan, Buy Now. And since we just purchased your domain through Namecheap, or maybe you already owned it, then we're going to sign up with that domain. And the reason I recommend this is because, one, I like to keep my stuff separate. I know I can get the best deals on my domains through Namecheap. But also, in the future, when you grow out of your HostGator account and you decide to move to a more expensive account maybe, it's just much easier to have your domains hosted outside of your hosting account, because then it's literally you purchase your new hosting account, you change some numbers in there, and it all works together. If they're all within your HostGator account and you're trying to shut that down and move stuff over, sometimes things can get a little crazy. So I just recommend that you can do it however you want, but if you want to save some money on your domain and keep everything organized and seamless, I recommend you purchase your domain elsewhere and then you host it with your hosting account. So in this case, you'll click I already own this domain, and we'll just use my domain because I already own that, and now a list will pop up. So that is the one I already own, so I would just leave that checked and be added as my primary domain for my account. All of these are other suffixes for the domain. Even if you want one of these, I would not purchase it here. If you click these to check them off, you will be purchasing them through HostGator. Again, I would, if you wanted them for some reason, I would go ahead and purchase them through a third party like Namecheap. So I'm going to scroll down, choose a hosting plan. We have chose the hatchling plan, which is the top plan for the single domain. Now here, there are a couple of reasons I suggest you choose the biggest time commitment. One, obviously you get the best deal. You're paying $275 a month. But two, it may not be obvious. A lot of them it's not obvious, and people get a little shocked when it's time to renew their hosting account. But most of the hosting accounts, when you're signing up, you're getting a special introductory rate. And so that $275 a month, or even the $1095 a month, may even be an introductory rate. And so when it goes to renew, you end up getting a much higher price. Now, if you do the 3-year commitment, then you don't have to worry about renewing for 3 years, and you've locked in the lowest price possible for that 3-year period. So, after 3 years, you may be ready to move to a different hosting account. You may be ready to just choose some different options. But this gives you plenty of time to get your website going, make some money, make different decisions, and keep that low rate locked in. If you choose, 12-month or 24-month, you're still getting a lower monthly rate, but you have to realize when that 12 months is up, you're going to end up with a much higher rate regardless. So this is what I suggest. This is what I would do personally, but totally up to you if you're thinking you just really don't have the money to lay down $100 right now for a hosting account, even though that $100 will cover you for 3 years. Then choose the one that you can afford. But if you can go ahead and put that money down, then this is what I suggest. As you'll see here, if you did the 36-month plan, when your plan renews, instead of being at $275 a month, it will be at $695 a month. So it's more than doubling in price. So we're going to scroll down. You'll fill in your information. And then we'll come down to additional services. And they have automatically checked 2 off for you. Obviously, okay, that's just $20 a year, no big deal. But, multiply that by that 3 years, it's $60. You don't need it. Again, backups are great, but there are other ways to do it for free. And again, that's an additional $70 over that 3-year period that you don't necessarily need. So I would actually choose to not use any of these services. This one is included for free, and that's one of the perks, and we do need that certificate. But other than that, there are other ways to get what you need without purchasing these. Currently at $105.35 for 3 years of hosting. The coupon code I gave you doesn't take too much more off of that, but just a little bit, and every little bit counts. I'm all about saving money wherever you can. So it takes it down to $101.06. You check the box, you check out now, and you'll have your hosting account.